The MCU has had over 30 movies, and today we are going to recreate them in LEGO. Now, due to there being a lot of movies, I'm going to only make the Phase 1 movies in this video, which starts with Iron Man and ends with Avengers. So with that out of the way, it's time to go back in time to 2008 with Iron Man. The scene I will be recreating is where Iron Man walks out of the cave with his first suit and uses a flamethrower. I started by making an outline. Each build will be a 12 by 12 stud square, so I began by building the cave. I used various slope pieces to achieve the cave effect, and once I finished the cave, I made the minifigures and details such as these weapon crates. I think the design came out looking really good. I really like how it looks. I think the cave looks good. The only thing I wish is that Brick Studio just had the Iron Man Mark 1 printing on that helmet, but sadly they don't have that piece, so I just had to put the helmet on there and you kind of just have to imagine it. It's the best I could do, but I still think it came out looking pretty good. The next scene will be from The Incredible Hulk. I personally haven't seen this movie, but my brother has, and one of the most iconic scenes, he said, is the university battle. So I got to work by looking at reference pictures, and I was able to start building. I started building with the black gates at the bottom and then doing the glass at the top, and then I finished it off by building the grass and the soldiers, and of course, Hulk. I think the build came out looking incredible. No? Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm proud of how I was able to pull it off. I think it does genuinely look really good. I think it's not the best out of all the scenes I did, but I think it's better than Iron Man 1, and I do think it looks pretty good. But now it's time to go back to Iron Man with Iron Man 2. For this build, I decided to do the scene of the race car and Whiplash, probably the most memorable scene in the movie. I started by building the big fence, and once I figured out how to build Tony's race car, I put it in, and then I built the minifigures. I think that's really where this scene shines, all the little things. The minifigures look really good with Whiplash's whip and all that, and Tony looks good in his race car outfit, and I think it came out looking really good. This is probably my favorite out of all the scenes I made, and that's because I think the fence looks amazing, and I think the race car's a nice touch. I just think everything came together well, and even though it's simplistic, I really like it. I think I nailed this entire scene. But the next model we have to make is from Thor. But before we get to Thor, I need you guys to make sure you like and subscribe and turn on those notifications for this channel. It really helps out this channel and really is what makes me make videos. You're so close to 700 subscribers, so I really encourage y'all to all subscribe. I'm gonna hit the goal of 1,000 by the end of the year, and I think we really can do it. So if you subscribe and help me out, maybe we can get there. Let's get back to the video. I don't really remember Thor well because it was kind of trash. But one of its iconic scenes that I can remember is when he tries to pick up the hammer at the facility, but just isn't worthy. So I built the scene. I started by making the ground and using circular studs and tiles to make a muddy effect. Then I worked on the structures and the minifigures, and then it was done. And this ended up looking really good. I think it came out, and I wouldn't say it's my best, but it's probably my second favorite. And I think I just started improving at this point. I think the mud is really where it shines, the circular tiles. I think it really came off as a good effect. I do think I could have improved the structures, and I wish I had more time to work on those, but I do think it looks good. And Hawkeye also looks good. I think the minifigures is another shining part, and probably the best part of this entire video are just those minifigures, because I think they all came out looking good. But other than that, I just think this is a good build, and I really like it. The next movie is Captain America. This is one of my personal favorites out of all the Marvel movies, and the scene I picked is probably one of the more iconic Marvel scenes, which is him busting through the doors and attacking Hydra agents. I started off by building the castle wall. To make the doors, I had to use jumper tiles to place the wall on. This way it's slightly off, and I think although this is simple, the minifigures really make this one. I really think the minifigures are what shine. I think Bucky and Captain America look really good, and I think the two Hydra agents look good. I just think the minifigures are what's really good. Speaking of the minifigures really making the builds, for the final build, it's Avengers. Avengers has one of the most, in fact, it is the most iconic Marvel scene of all time. Because this scene is what actually made me want to make this video. and I think it is a scene that a lot of people know. In fact, one I have actually recreated before on this very channel. It was my first ever short I ever posted. It's of course the Avengers Assemble circle moment, when they're all in a circle and the camera pans around at all of them. This scene is pretty simple. It's on a road and all the Avengers are in the circle. So for this, I started out by building the road, and that wasn't too hard. I just got light gray as the pavement and then dark gray as the road, and then I took all the Avengers from the builds I had already made and put them in. And then I built Iron Man and Black Widow, and then it was finished. And it came out looking really well. Although it's a little simple, I think, like I said about the Captain America one, the minifigures really make this, and I think it just captures the scene well, and I'm really happy with how this came out. Thank you guys for watching. This is my longest video yet, and I hope you guys enjoy it. This one was tough, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna try and post it last week, but then it just took way too long because it's 6 different builds, where for the last 4 videos, I have only done 2 builds, or even just 1 build. And while they are a little small, they are 6 different builds that I had to figure out. And then I had to write a script for 6 different, it's just a lot. And thank you guys for just watching it. And if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you guys. And I hope you can like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on the next videos. And that's about it. See you guys next time.